Well, hey, real estate fans, welcome back to Southern Oregon Market Statistics. I'm Alice Lema. I am a principal broker at Home and Land Real Estate. And today we're going to go over our first week of data for 2026. Jackson County prices year over year are up 17%. The average residential home in Jackson County now costing $571,331. The number of sold year over year in Jackson County this week were down 2%. There were only 37 solds on Jackson County's residential market. The number of listings year over year are about the same as they were last year, so neutral. And we have 693 active listings in Jackson County this week. We had 0 foreclosures and 0 short sales that closed this week in Jackson County. But check this out. We have $4 million properties that closed this week. We had 2 in Ashland that were each 1.2 million, 1 in Central Point for 1 million, and 1 in Grants Pass for 1.2 million. 1.2 seems to be the new $1 million leader. So congratulations to everybody on that. Josephine County prices year over year were down 7% this week. The average residential home in Josephine County now costing $402,493. The number of sold year over year were up 87%. There were 15 closings in Josephine County residential markets this week. The number of listings year over year were down 5% in Josephine County. There are only 332 active listings in Josephine County residential market this week. 0 foreclosures, 0 short sales, and $0 million closings in Josephine County. Klamath County prices year over year were up 28%. The average residential home in Klamath is now costing $394,667. The number of solds year over year in Klamath County were down 20%. There were only 12 closings in Klamath County residential market this week. The number of listings year over year were up 8%. There's 331 active listings in Klamath County residential right now. The number of foreclosures that closed this week were 0, 0 short sales, and $0 million residential closings in Klamath County. Now, what's the takeaway from all these numbers this early in January? Well, we can see that there's a lot of luxury activity, at least in Jackson County. And that's a good sign, especially this early in the year. But one of the things I want to point out is the number of listings coming on is really stable. Now, Klamath County does have 8% more active listings than it did this time last year, but that's not a huge increase. Josephine County listings were down by 5%, and Jackson County was neutral. So again, this idea of a stable market is really showing itself. And if you go to our podcast, the Southern Oregon Housing Podcast this week, we talk a lot about the 2 reports that came out, one from Freddie Mac and one from NAR, and they're putting some validity into all of our predictions that we've been kind of talking about and growing and warming up to, that we're having a stable 2026 market. But do listen to that podcast because it's got some more details in here. So, but for the market statistics, we're looking at plenty of inventory, not a lot of inventory coming on the market right now, and we're not looking at a big increase in competition. So if you're thinking of selling, you're kind of in the market you're going to be selling into. And if you're selling and buying, this is actually great because the inventory really helps make it easier to move in the same market. But either way, I'd like to discuss with you your real estate needs for the next couple of months and on into 2026. So give me a call, give me a text, 541-301-7980. It's 541-301-7980. I want to be your agent. Great with listings, great with buyers, great with investments. I'm an investor myself. So give me a call, give me a text, and also like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to really bump up our YouTube numbers this year. So, but either way, hug those you love, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.